Okay, this is a quick video showing my setup for the LEDs to dim, have sort of a fading effect. I went ahead and changed some of the components. The basic wiring stays the same, but I modified some of the values of the resistors and also this capacitor. And the size of this set of resistors here. Okay, being that you're running it on 9 volts, I thought maybe 470 ohm would be okay, but I went ahead and changed them to 1K. So basically these are all 1K resistors, 1K ohm, and I'm using red LEDs in this case, and I don't have the push buttons in place. So basically all of the positive side of the LEDs is going to positive 9 volts. They then go through their limiting resistors here. They go to the collector of the NPN, and then the emitter, of course, goes to ground. Okay. What I've modified here in the drawing is instead of a 1K here, I went ahead and put a 10K, and the reason is I changed it from a 47 microfarad to a 10 microfarad. So currently I have a 10 microfarad. I have a 10K ohm resistor here, and that slows the discharge of the capacitor. And then of course we have the diode, which is set up so that there's no backflow of current through the diode. The positive signal from my clock will go through a 10K through the diode in this direction. It will then turn on the transistor. The transistor will conduct and turn on the LEDs. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the circuit without the 10 microfarad cap. So basically it's just a straight shot to the base, and we're going to go ahead and show you how that works, and then I'm going to add the capacitor. So currently I have my 3 LEDs. I have my dropping resistors here. Each one has its own 1K resistor. I've tied all the ground side, the negative side of the LEDs together, and they now go to the emitter of the transistor, to the collector of the transistor, I'm sorry, and then the emitter, of course, goes to ground. We have our minus here from the battery. We have our plus from the battery. Now I'm going to be the timer. I'm going to be the one to turn on the LEDs. So I'm going to send a signal through a 10K resistor right here, and it's going to go through the diode, okay, and then from the diode it's going to go straight through another resistor, which is a 10K right there, and then turn on the transistor. So let's go ahead and do that. This was without the 10 microfarad cap, which is right here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here, and again I'm sending the pulse myself instead of the clock, and it's a positive signal. Okay, there you go. So now an NPN is negative, positive, negative. The base requires a positive signal to conduct, and as you can see the LEDs all turn on, no fade. Okay, so they go on and then they just go right back off again, on and right back off. So I'm going to go ahead and add the 10 microfarad capacitor. I'm going to put the minus side, it's an electrolytic, so I'm going to put the minus side to ground, and then add the capacitor right here. Okay, so the capacitor itself, as per the drawing, goes to the it goes between this resistor and this diode right here. So on the line side of the diode, they're connected to this resistor, and the capacitor goes right there, okay, and then the other side goes to ground. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the effect of that. So I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to turn it off. See, it fades, turn it on, and turn it off. On, off, on, off. See, you can see there's a slow fade. Okay, so you can go as quickly as you need to go. And if you need the fade to be a bit quicker, or slower, you could either lower the value of the capacitor for quicker, or raise the value of that capacitor for slower, or you can change this 10K to a smaller value for quicker, or maybe a slightly larger resistor than a 10K. I think the next size up would be maybe a 22K. But that would be too much. So we're going to go with 10K. We got our diode, we got our capacitor coming off that connection there, and we go through the diode to this 10K and then the signal. So there we are.